Hello, how's it going? Welcome back to some more F1 Manager 2024 and another part of the Lotus Road to Glory career mode. Today we have got the home Grand Prix at Silverstone, and by popular demand we will be bringing back the special livery, not the British version that we've had in the past, but this yellow one. People really seem to like this, the one that we went for in Monaco, so that is what we are going to be going for today. We are, however, going to be changing up the driver suit to match our sort of British Grand Prix ones from previous years, the red, white and blue to go with it. I think that'll look quite nice. But yeah, looking forward to this weekend either way. Let's see what we've got at the start of the episode. I think we did just finish a design, didn't we? So let's get back on the design trail. We have now got a new underfloor in. Probably want to do some more research, to be perfectly honest with you. Let's maybe do some chassis research to start focusing on the cooling end of things and the airflow. And that looks pretty good to me. We're going to stick 2 engineers on that, and that'll cost us $1 million. Right, let's move forward. Of course, we are going to head past the first of the month, which will give us our influx of money, which is always very, very good and very, very welcome at this stage. Jack doing looking good. But Daniel Ricciardo, you know, he's 82 rated. Went up a rating last episode. Is looking very, very strong. How are we doing in terms of our manufacturing? There's still a couple more to come. That chassis is going to get done. We probably now want to start focusing on some pit stop time for the British Grand Prix. Yeah, probably not focus too much though, but let's try and focus on getting that pit stop time down a little bit. Okay, move forward. The chassis is going to be completed. Nicely done. So now we can put that on there. Yes, I think we do want to manufacture the new underfloor. I think we want 4 of them. Nicely done. That's all looking good. Side pods wise, we're okay. Front wing will do for now. Okay, let's keep going then. Some more manufacturing complete. Suspensions and side pods, so we can now set off some more projects. Let's have a little look at where we are at. So chassis wise, we probably need some more of them and some more front wings, most definitely. Side pods, we're okay. Underfloor, we've got one, a project underway. So have we got a new front wing under design? Am I right in thinking that? Yeah, so that's going to be done in 4 days. So actually there's no point doing any more front wings, because our new front wing will need manufacturing when that comes around. So let's just focus right now on getting that chassis in. So we're going to get... Or should we get 4 of them? I know that's going to cost a lot of money and take a lot of time, but let's get that done. There's a new rear wing coming soon. Side pods, underfloor is already going, and suspension. Right, why not get an extra side pod in over the next week? That sounds good. Perfect. Right, let's set some race targets. Ricciardo 9th or higher. Antonelli 5th or higher. That sounds pretty good to me. Let's get ourselves into the British Grand Prix weekend and see how our home race can go. Of course, we have now won 4 races in a row with Kimi Antonelli. The championship is definitely on.
We're here in legendary Silverstone, where the very first Formula 1 World Championship Grand Prix was held back in 1950. It's a place where every tuft of grass breathes motorsport, and the crowd are already crackling with excitement. In the last round, we saw the perfect blending of strategy and performance lead to a well-earned win. But can they pull it off again here? And with that, I think it's time to get started.
Okay, right. Well, we are ready and raring to go then, ready for qualifying. So let's, we will be ready for qualifying very, very shortly.
Welcome everyone to qualifying. This should be a good one.
The high-speed corners at Silverstone are a great challenge for the cars and drivers. The technical Sector 1 rewards strong mechanical grip, while high-speed aerodynamic efficiency will come into play in the final 2 sectors.
Karun, how do you think Logan Sargent's going to be feeling at the moment?
Looking at the lap times, we saw a real lack of pace from them in practice. They never looked quite comfortable with the setup, and they'll need to try something new for qualifying if they want to get past Q1.
Strap yourselves in. This is Formula 1.
Right, here we go then. It's obviously going to be raining in the race tomorrow, which brings about its own complications or potential complications. So we gotta be a little bit careful here. Let's just double check that we can't improve Daniel Ricciardo anymore. I think that's probably about right for Daniel. Yeah. That's pretty good for Antonelli. Let's pop his good engine parts in. Let's get ourselves into it. Of course, we've upgraded the car really nicely of late, and that's why we've been performing to a very high level. And we got a chance once again to perform well in qualifying here. So Antonelli is going to head out straight away, and Ricciardo is going to follow him. That is always our tactic. Get out nice and early. Try and avoid complication. Also try and avoid traffic. This is looking okay so far. Purple sectors for Kimi Antonelli. And here he comes then. Kimi Antonelli flying up to the line. It's a 1:25.7 and it's a 1:25.9 for Ricciardo.
Delta negative.
Leclerc goes third. Alonso only fourth. So that's good. Good first gambit from the boys in Banana. Yeah, I don't think we need to really worry about sending them out again. Verstappen goes only 11th, so yeah, Red Bull struggling here. So far, 4th and 11th. In fact, Verstappen's on the verge of going out in Q1 here, if he's not careful. Ooh, Leclerc's got a mechanical fault as well. That's not going to help him. Verstappen is out there, but look at the amount of traffic that he's having to go through. This is not good for Max. Sector times, yeah, yellow first sector. What about through Max? Oh, he's having to slow behind Bottas. I think Verstappen could go out here. If somebody can improve. Who's out there that can improve? Maybe Magnussen. He'd be the only one I'd think about. Mick Schumacher's out there as well. Verstappen doesn't improve. Bottas over the line. He doesn't improve either. Mick Schumacher over the line doesn't get through. Here's Hamilton over the line. No improvement for him either. So it's looking like the track is not performing at its best. Stroll comes in. He's out of qualifying. Sargent's the next one. Can he usurp Max Verstappen? Sargent over the line, no improvement. What about Kevin Magnussen? Magnussen over the line, only 19th, so Verstappen is going to be safe here. Norris comes over the line, he goes 14th, pushes Verstappen down. Bottas. Bottas, keep an eye on Bottas. He has 2 green sectors. There's still hope for us Verstappen haters in the world. Bottas is through. Verstappen is out. But what about Hamilton? He needs to improve. He's through. Ocon over the line. He can't improve. Verstappen is out, as is Mick Schumacher. And that is one of our big rivals gone from Q1. Brilliant to see for us, and also great to always see Max Verstappen failing. That is one of my pleasures in life, seeing that. So anyway, even in video game form, Antonelli is going to go out first again. Ricciardo's going to follow. Well, we're going to have 2 reasonably nice sets of scrub tyres to use after this. Very nicely through. 25.4 and a 25.6. That should be absolutely more than enough to get ourselves through into Q3.
Okay.
We'll keep an eye on where Leclerc and Hamilton and Alonso end up here. While Leclerc splits the 2 cars, Alonso only 8th, Hamilton only 11th, so it's looking pretty comfortable for us right now. It has to be said. We'll get 2 runs in Q3 and should absolutely be able to push at our maximum here. Hamilton goes 4th. Alonso's the one to watch. He's out there now. And he's currently in 11th place though. But I think Alonso is probably going to find the time he needs. He's going to come over the line. Oh, Alonso goes fastest. Well, there you go. That's what you needed to see there. Bottas is out in Q2. Probably the only real shock. Right, we've got 3 sets of tyres to use. We're going to use scrub tyres for our first run because I want 2 sets of brand new soft tyres for the race. Going to send Ricciardo out first, then Antonelli. Hopefully no traffic. Well, Antonelli's had to slow down there. Might as well finish the lap, but 25.4 for Ricciardo, 27.0 for Antonelli. So it's all going to be on the final run for these boys. Thankfully for us, Ricciardo's currently the one in pole. I think we can wait a little longer. Antonelli goes out as well. He's come out behind Hülkenberg actually. Isn't necessarily ideal. We'll keep an eye on Ricciardo's times, but
Remember, no push.
Here we go then. With Kimi Antonelli, can he get another pole position this season? He is desperate to make inroads. Hamilton down to 7th. I don't know who that was that went over the line that improved. I think it was Gasly up to 6th. And Antonelli goes quickest in that first sector. Let's have a little look at times. 24.9. Yep, Ricciardo slow in that first sector. And Ricciardo's actually going to come up on some traffic again, so it's not been good for Daniel Ricciardo, but it's another purple sector for Kimi Antonelli. Ricciardo's going to finish the lap anyway, but here he comes. Kimi Antonelli's going to fly around the final corner. Where can he end up? Fernando Alonso's the one to keep an eye on in case of any improvements, but Antonelli over the line. He goes fastest, 25.2. That is huge. That is by far the quickest time of the weekend so far. Alonso hasn't come out again. Oh, no, he is out there. But he is finished only 9th place for championship leader Fernando Alonso. But it's Kimi Antonelli who is on pole position for the British Grand Prix. And once again, we are showing some dominance here. We have really worked hard to get into this position.
2 laps around Silverstone await our drivers as the anticipation continues to build.
Silverstone is certainly a circuit rich in Formula One history. From Giuseppe Farina winning the first championship race held here in 1950, right through to Lewis Hamilton's 2008 masterclass on racing in the rain.
Silverstone is a power circuit. It demands downforce and total confidence in the car for a driver to keep their foot planted through Sector 2, through the high-speed corners at Woodcote and at Copse, and carrying on through Maggots and Beckett's. The teams are making their final preparations down in the pit lane, ahead of today's race.
Okay, right. Well, it is going to rain. It's suggesting that we perhaps look after the tyres. I'm inclined to disagree with that. It's going to start raining. Well, before then, yeah. Okay, let's have a little look at this then. So we're expecting the big rain to come around then. So now let's have a look at what we can do. Yeah, I like the look of that. Oops. Ricciardo. And I think we probably want to do the same with Kimi Antonelli. Yeah, I mean, there is the possibility of using the medium tyres until the bitter end. And then, yeah, but yeah, I don't like that as a strategy, so we are going to add in the other stint. We have done for Daniel. And that's what we're going to go for. We're going to trust our weather forecast for both drivers. I'm going to be attacking hard at the start to try and open up that gap. We might even say, look, don't fight. Do not fight early on in this race.
Final checks are being
Let's
carried
just
out by
build
the
that
teams,
gap out.
It won't be long until we get this race underway. And with his helmet
See
on,
where we get
that
to.
trademark smile is gone. But now's the time to focus.
It's a P2 start for them, an excellent opportunity, and no doubt they'll be looking to grab it with both hands.
So, real chance here
Let's see what today has
to
in
win
store,
5 in a
shall we?
row and maybe even take the Constructors Championship lead here.
Hold on tight. It's the British Grand Prix. And it's
Lights out, away we go.
Away we go.
That's a good start for Kimi Antonelli. Needs to stay ahead of Daniel Ricciardo through this first couple of corners. In fact, yeah, we are going to tell Daniel Ricciardo, don't fight your teammate. Let's just build that lead. And already you can see we're building almost a second from Charles Leclerc there. And they're all on medium tyres, so yeah, they're a lot of the grid are trying to hold out until the pit stops here. That's going to be very, very difficult to do now. That's whether Daniel He just reduces aggression slightly, so he's not pushing quite as hard. That'll allow Antonelli to just glide away, but won't be so detrimental that Daniel Ricciardo can't stay within DRS. So there we go, 2.5 seconds, and this is what we're expecting. We're expecting to push hard early on here. Get that gap. Maybe have people coming back at us later on. We need to get that gap open. Nico Hülkenberg's the one to keep an eye on here, because he seems to be very, very quick at the front of this race. Ocon now sets fastest lap. Alonso, by the way, all the way up to third. He's come out of nowhere. He's on the soft tyres as well. His soft tyres are going to die very quickly. Alonso puts in fastest lap, so he's going to now join this race as a third wheel almost. But Nico Hülkenberg's doing well. He's staying with Fernando Alonso quite well here. If you look at the gap to the leader, Hülkenberg's the one that stands out here. Albon's the start of the train behind the next group, if you like. Hülkenberg doing a great job, particularly on those medium tyres. I suppose maybe, you know, they're not... oh dear, I think we've had a massive incident between the two RB cars.
Gravel or debris on the track.
Let's have a little look then.
Let's follow the drivers then through turn 16.
And I think it's going to be Bottas locking up here. And it could have took Verstappen out as well. But yeah, it was quite a slow impact in the end. But yeah, Ricciardo hopefully able to hold off Alonso, because he's going to have DRS on Antonelli. But we're not a million miles away from pit stop territory.
Understood.
Antonelli's going to pit first, I think. So we can attack both drivers now. And hopefully get away from Fernando Alonso. It's going to be this lap now that Antonelli comes in. Keep Ricciardo going. And it's only for this first stint that we're not attacking. So here we go then. Ricciardo now has the lead. Alonso's in as well. So So Antonelli comes in. Need a good pit stop here. Interestingly, Hulkenberger's come in on the medium tyres. That seems an early stop.
We'll be battling at the exit.
Now, where is Antonelli going to come out? Just behind Porsche. It does give him DRS though.
Pack is low.
Roger.
Yeah, nicely done. Now, Alonso has also gone on to soft tyres. And Ricciardo is going to come in on this lap. So he's taken all he possibly can out of those tyres now. Let's get him in. See where he comes out. It's a lovely pit stop, 2.0. He might even come out ahead of his teammate here. It's going to be very close. But now, Ricciardo leads. Now we're going to allow them to battle. What we are going to say is low overtake aggression. So only do it if you really can pull it off. And also it's important to have them on rarely defend, so that they stick to that racing line as much as they can. Do not take each other out. So this is looking good. So top 4 are all on older tyres. Won't be long before we manage to catch them. And there you go again with Ricciardo down the inside of Antonelli. Gasly and Leclerc have bailed and they're now coming in. Yeah, Fernando is going to be in this battle very, very shortly. So Ricciardo at the very least is going to have to make sure that he is on neutral defend. He's got to defend from Alonso here. Alonso again using his tyres more than the other guys. When is that rain coming? We're still expecting that rain soon. Lap 24-ish. So 10 laps until that moment. Something important to just keep going. We want a neutral for defend on Antonelli as well now. Time to zoom it forward a little bit. That was Ricciardo through on Antonelli. We are closing up on Hamilton and Albon. Oh, and that's exactly what we needed to avoid. Was Fernando getting involved. Ricciardo luckily manages to stay ahead. DRS open. Antonelli right behind Alonso now. Use some overtake. Put him on high aggression overtake as well. I need to get past... Oh, needed to get past Hamilton there. Wasn't able to. That's probably destroyed Antonelli's chances of winning this race.
Light rain on the radar. Okay, understood.
Because now he's losing. He's gonna be so far behind Fernando Alonso. He's finally through. Finally through. Now Alonso losing out a little bit of time on Albon. Albon and Hamilton desperately trying to stay out until that rain comes. We're expecting that rain starting any minute now. And there it is. There's the rain. Right. Full attack now. For the next few laps. Get everything you can out of these soft tyres. Yeah, good manoeuvre from Antonelli to stay ahead of Leclerc. Very important that he does that, of course. Really needs to try and get past Albon as soon as he can. DRS open. Yeah, going to be aggressive now. Can he get him into Maggots and Beckett's here? Oh, nearly onto the hanger straight. DRS open. And he is through. Nicely done. So. Yeah, we are going to just attack the fuel. As soon as we're onto the intermediate tyres, we can look after the fuel a little bit. And next lap, we're expecting that rain to just come. We've got a bit of time to react to it. Yeah, Alonso's tyres just not good enough. And Ricciardo's building a nice lead here. This might be almost unassailable. Nobody in the pits just yet. No. I'm thinking it's not going to be this lap. It's possibly going to be next lap for Ricciardo to come in and get those intermediate tyres on. Still making a lot of time on Fernando Alonso at the moment. And we need to see that rain coming down now. But still not coming. I think it's going to be another lap. So we're in that position. Yeah, I'm going to wait another lap. Yeah. This is crazy. The rain is there. We're expecting it to be getting worse, but it's just not quite hit yet. Expecting a bit higher on the rain next lap. I'm going to pit Antonelli this lap to try and get an advantage on Fernando.
We will box now, box now.
Copy, box now.
Okay, Stroll's in.
Change to the inter. Alonso coming out of pits.
Okay, so Alonso's in as well. Should have probably stayed out. So I think next lap is going to be the one for Ricciardo. He did have the time to make that decision though.
Daniel, we're boxed this lap. Yeah, box confirmed.
So really important now that Antonelli gets a good pit stop.
Lift off end of straight.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
2.2. He's out ahead of the Ferrari. Yeah, Ricciardo's now out there and the rain has really come down. It's worked out horribly for Daniel Ricciardo. That rain has just hit like a ton of bricks now then. He's in. He's away. 2.2. Alonso coming around the final corner now. And he is clear. So thank God that Ricciardo had a good lead because that has been halved. I'm going to be aggressive on those tyres. Here. I'm expecting that Antonelli could probably catch and pass Leclerc at some point. Carlo's going to be aggressive on his tyres and we'll see where that gets him.
We've got a yellow flag
So
here.
Russell spin. So Verstappen back up to 7th now. Decent from him. This has worked now very nicely indeed. Right, so as soon as we get towards Cops, we are going to put on deploy because this is a bit of a chance. Hasn't quite managed to make the move yet, but here he comes on the Hamilton straight. Beautifully done there from Kimi Antonelli. And he is through on Charles Leclerc, and that is a massive moment in this race. Now, Antonelli needs to start closing in on Fernando Alonso, ideally. Can he do that? That's the big question here. 3.5 seconds separating the leader, Daniel Ricciardo, with second place, Fernando Alonso. Antonelli is currently in third. Antonelli not far away from catching up to Fernando here. Let's maybe look after the fuel level a little bit. Daniel Ricciardo in with a great chance of winning this British Grand Prix, and well, what a moment that would be in the week that in real life is Formula One career seems to have come to an end for him to win the British Grand Prix here in F1 Manager 2024. That would be awesome, wouldn't it? But we're not quite there just yet. So 1.2 seconds is the lead here for Alonso of Antonelli. Antonelli now closing that gap a little bit. Let's top up our ERS. Not expecting it to get drier out there. Right. Oh dear, Antonelli's all of a sudden lost a load of time. I think maybe Alonso is using some ERS here. Gap will surely come down again. It does seem to be doing that. Yep. If he can get himself back down to sort of a second behind Alonso, then start to close in again. So 1.4 seconds. We did have it as low as about 0.8 on Fernando, didn't we? But it's just difficult to do that in the wet conditions. So 1 second is the gap now. It is very much now just a 3-horse race. Leclerc is out of it. He's 5 seconds down now. Some yellow flags.
And here we've got a yellow flag.
Sonoda spinning. Now then. This was really the perfect opportunity for Antonelli now. And if he can get into second place here, then we can really dictate the pace of this Grand Prix. And here he comes. What a great opportunity. And this was all caused by not being able to get past Lewis Hamilton earlier on in this race. Ricciardo needs to start burning some of that fuel. So here it comes then, and Antonelli is through. Beautifully done. He should be able to hold off Fernando Alonso. He'll be able to pull away from him at some point. But what we don't want to do is drag Alonso into the battle with Ricciardo. So we need to time our run with Antonelli. But we're looking pretty good right now. We're 1-2 at our home race. Ricciardo definitely struggling for consistent pace here. And now we've got 3 cars within a second. 10 laps to go. There's not long left in this race. Daniel Ricciardo leads. Antonelli is second. Fernando Alonso is in third. And who is going to come out on top? Of course, there is the potential championship to think of as well. You know, Antonelli is a long way behind Fernando in the championship. Would 7 points be the sort of thing that could really help? It could be. It would also take Antonelli to 5 race victories in a row. But it also feels wrong. Daniel Ricciardo's probably done the better job in this race. You know, when it came to pit stops, he put in an awesome in-lap that got him out in front of Antonelli. He's not relinquished that control since. He was a mile ahead before the pit stops onto the intermediates. And it's actually quite crazy to see that his intermediates seem to be worse off than the other two drivers. Where is Alonso? Yeah, his tyres are completely gone now. So this should be a 2-horse race at this point. I don't think Fernando Alonso can be in it anymore. But Antonelli is looking seriously fast behind Daniel. But there's no reason to really enforce team orders here because it should be a comfortable 1-2. The only issue would be if there is any contact between them. So we are going to say low aggression on the overtakes for both of them. They can defend. That's absolutely fine. But what we don't want is any lock-ups or anything similar to that. Daniel Ricciardo did his job in the first phase of the Grand Prix, not passing Antonelli. That helped us to build a good lead and kept us ahead. And we're due to have another 1-2 here. We're going to watch these last 6 laps in interest here. Just about a kilogram over fuel each. We've got everything at their disposal. And there goes, well, possibly Antonelli. He was having a little look into Cops. Antonelli again, closing in. You can tell he's the faster driver. But he's going to have to make that overtake on track if that's what he wants to do. If he wants to win, we're not making the call for him. He needs to work hard for it. Maloney's got a mechanical fault out there. The McLaren's not having a great day. Gasly in P9, he's in a bit of danger. The two Mercedes cars, although they're going to score really well, 2 mechanical faults there. Verstappen's made it all the way back up to 6th. His championship defence is capitulating. But some decent damage limitation, I suppose, from Max Verstappen. He is very much not in this fight. Fernando Alonso is not in this fight. We have got 4 laps to go here. And it's Daniel Ricciardo, the wily old Australian, versus the young pretender, Kimi Antonelli, the Italian, who has won the last 4 races in a row. Who is going to come out on top? It's looking like Daniel's got it covered at this point. You know, obviously no DRS to assist. The weather is only getting worse, which reduces the likeliness of anybody's tyres going off the cliff. Although if you're Fernando Alonso, you know, it's starting to get towards that 30% mark. Oh, Antonelli's made the move. Ricciardo down the inside again. We missed it. But they're side by side here. This is crazy. 3 laps to go and Ricciardo manages to stay ahead. Wow. That was incredible. Lance Stroll has retired. I think, has he driven the car? Yeah, he has. He's driven the car into the pits, so that's all good. But yeah, Antonelli managed to get the move into Stowe. But Ricciardo, into the last corner, held it side by side and was braver around turn 1 to stay in the lead of this race. But here they go again, down the hangar straight. It looks like Antonelli has definitely got more straight line speed, especially when you consider the slipstream as well. 2 laps to go in this race. This time next lap, we will give them everything at their disposal. Full attack on the tyres. Oh, what happened there? I think it was the McLaren, but Antonelli was there. He was having a little exploratory look. And now he's just dropped about 3/4 of a second behind. This is going to be an unbelievable final lap of the British Grand Prix. I think we're going to win it. We have had it in the past at this very circuit where our drivers have taken each other out at Stowe Corner. That could happen again. Right, full attack for both drivers then.
Overtake. Okay, understood.
And it's the final lap of this Grand Prix. Daniel Ricciardo leads. Kimi Antonelli is in second. Who is going to win? Antonelli's tyres still showing as 50% on the way, which I think gives him a little pace advantage, but now it's now down below 50.
Still has some drag.
And now this is a possible chance for Antonelli. Is he going to go down the inside? No, he doesn't go for it there. We've told them in no uncertain terms, do not tangle. You can fight, but we don't want that over-aggression. Antonelli's tyres are cooking now. And here he comes up towards Copse. And we've got traffic ahead. This could be the deciding factor. Daniel Ricciardo has not won a Grand Prix since Italy 2021 with McLaren. He had a torrid time in 2022. RB, not much better. Had a great comeback last season for us. Finishing top 10 in his first year. But this tops anything. He won the sprint race in Austria last time out. But now it's going to be British Grand Prix victory for Daniel Ricciardo, who comes across the line and leads a 1-2.
Well done, mate. Really well done. Cheers, guys. For the in-lap, can I have...
And it's a win for Daniel Ricciardo.
And you can hear just how happy the crowd are for them too. They're on their feet.
First win of the season for Daniel. Really good result. Antonelli pushed him all the way, but finishes just 1/4 of a second behind. Obviously no DRS. It didn't quite come to him, but what cost him was being stuck behind Hamilton for more than a lap. Had he got past Hamilton, I think he would have been a lot closer and
when you come in, you go to P1,
would have been able to take that lead at some point. Fernando Alonso finishes third, just ran out of tyres in the end. Leclerc finished fourth, very good pace from him throughout most of the race. Hülkenberg finishes fifth, excellent result for him. Verstappen sixth, Albon in seventh, and Hamilton completes the top 8 with Gasly ninth, and Porsche rounding out the top 10. Absolutely brilliant for Williams there. So there you have it then. Let's fast forward the rest of this race and let's celebrate that very, very special Daniel Ricciardo victory.
And Daniel Ricciardo can be rightly proud of the miracles he worked here today.
It was a truly excellent win, with everything working together for the team and driver.
It's hugs all round for the team. In fact, they all deserve a pat on the back as well for everything that they've achieved. Well, Kareem, how do you think they'll be feeling in the team garage at the end of that?
I doubt they could be much happier. A win and a podium place. What a great way to round out the weekend.
And here in Silverstone, the weekend now draws to a close.
Next round, we're moving on to an exhilarating circuit. Formula One will be taking to the Hungaroring for the Hungarian Grand Prix.
Well, there you go. What a fabulous victory for Daniel Ricciardo. Unbelievable. In the week that his real-life Formula One career has ended. Really, really good. And, well, I mean, Antonelli, we could have given him another 7 points, but it just didn't feel right. Ricciardo's still technically in the Drivers' Championship fight as well. You know, he's fighting for third, so we've gone for it. And we'll have to sit with that decision. And if we lose the Drivers' Championship by 6 points, then I suppose we take it on the chin. But Antonelli's having an incredible season as it is anyway. Already 4 victories for him. Ricciardo is off the mark now with his first victory of the season. Into the Constructors, and we close the gap to 5 points to Red Bull. That is huge for us. We are very much in that World Constructors Championship fight. Ferrari are a long way back in third. RB are currently 4th, and Sauber and Mercedes battling it out for 5th in the championship. Mercedes are going to win that battle over the season, you'd think, and I reckon Mercedes will probably end up finishing 4th with the pace of their car at the moment. But all teams except Haas are scorers. Daniel Ricciardo had the 2nd fastest pit stop. Kimi Antonelli had the 5th fastest pit stop. Red Bull lead that championship by 1 point. They've moved up 3 positions. It's a massive 4-way fight at the top of the pit stop championship. Into the report then, and you can see 4 very good pit stops once again. We are on top of that game at the moment, and another 1.1 million made in profit. So there you have it then. That is the end of that. Let's have a little look at a regulation change for sporting stuff. They want us to possibly vote on double points for the last race. Why not? Why not is what I say. We've got a good couple of weeks now until the Hungarian Grand Prix. It is an interesting race, that one, and obviously we've won 5 in a row. You wouldn't expect that our car is probably going to be the best there, but it is saying that it would be the best car as we currently stand. I don't really know what's happening. I think that the AI are possibly focusing on research for next season, and our upgrades have just took us well ahead. I mean, we have spent a lot of money. Be interesting to look at this cost cap. We've got 39% left. I think we'll be absolutely fine on that. I don't think we need to really worry about that at this point, because we are doing pretty well with the engines. The engines are what kill you, and obviously retirements, that sort of thing, haven't really been much of an issue for us this season in terms of crashes. But it's going really, really well. Daniel Ricciardo winning that Grand Prix. We are very much in a championship battle. Fernando Alonso is going to be so tough to beat over the season, but Kimi Antonelli is up to the challenge, I think, and we could well be seeing an Antonelli first title. Max Verstappen, I think, is out of it now. He's nearly 100 points behind his teammate. That's going to be really tough to come back from. But Daniel Ricciardo doing an awesome job. You know, there was talk earlier in the season, do we replace him with Oscar Piastri? I think it's still probably the plan to let him go at the end of the season. He's 37 years old now. He's only going to get worse. Soon as his mentality goes down, he is going to drop like a fly. But he got his win, and I think that is a massive, massive achievement for him. and fingers crossed we can keep pushing for the rest of the season. You never know. He might well find himself in the championship battle if he continues to perform like he did in Britain. But on a dry track, Antonelli, I think, has got 10 seconds on him over race distance. And, you know, I think if we bring in Piastri for next season, the battle between Piastri and Antonelli is going to be titanic. So I really can't wait to potentially see that next season. Hopefully you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, give it a massive thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more F1 Manager videos. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching and goodbye.